So here's Ian, and darts, another sudden death leg, isn't it? Another sudden death leg last night. He said frame for a Welsh dartist, and this time we came out on the right end of it.
Dartist, I like that. Yeah, 7-set thriller. As it is, I think. Yes, Gerwyn Price, the former rugby player turned international darts star who's already won 8 titles this year, 8 world titles, and he's looking to win the World Championship. So let's find out how it went with Dylan Williams, who runs the PDC Cymru Twitter feed. Back with us again. Dylan, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Ian. How are you, right?
I'm very well, very well. Good to have you back with us again. Tell us about that then. It was a bit of a thrilling end to that game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was darting drama at its best. Really, it was a battle from start to finish with a closely contested match throughout. The players held their own sets throughout the first 6 sets, and then we got through to that deciding leg, as you say, in the 7th leg, where the man known as the Iceman, Gerwyn Price, kept his cool to take out 72 to book his place in the last 16.
Yeah, no fans at the Alexandra Palace, but it's a good watch on the telly, isn't it? It's good fun. We talked about this last week on the programme, the kind of razzmatazz around the darts. And Gerwyn Price, he buys into that as well, doesn't he? I mean, tell us about him and who he is and how big a star he is at the moment.
Yeah, I think, the nickname Iceman doesn't really suit him, really, because he's one of these characters on the hockey who is full of fire, full of passion.
He's hot-headed, isn't he?
Well, I think it's more controlled sort of aggression, coming from a rugby background. He obviously knows, what makes himself tick, what he needs to get him going. And the next match in the last 16, he'll meet Mervyn King, who's somebody who's publicly said he doesn't like seeing players, celebrating or over-celebrating on the hockey. So it'll be interesting to see, the clash of styles going into that match on Wednesday.
And his story is interesting, isn't it, Gerwyn Price? He was talking to the Scrum 5 podcast last week about how, he might have played for Wales. He's played for the under-21s. He's played for, he's played for Cross Keys in the Welsh Premiership. He could have made it in rugby. Could have been a bit, he was a hooker. Dreamt of playing for Wales, but ended up as a top dart star.
Yeah, often in many interviews, people asking questions, what would you prefer, winning a cap for Wales or lifting the world title in darts? And, he's still in between. His answers aren't fully committed to darts. I think if he did have that time back, I think he'd rather pull on the Welsh jersey than lift the Sid Waddell trophy. But, I'd say Price won't be looking that far ahead, but things are starting to fall into place very, very nicely. And, I don't want to tempt fate, but I think things are pointing towards a Van Gerwen Price final on the 3rd of January.
Sounds good, doesn't it? Thank you very much, Dylan. That sounds good. So yeah. He's betwixt between rugby and darts.
He is. I'm really enjoying the darts this year. Really enjoying.
It's good fun.
Yeah, because they changed the rule, didn't they, to have this sudden death leg at the end. And 2 nights in a row, 2 Welsh dartists have both been involved in them. Johnny Clayton sadly lost the night before last, but I think it's terrific stuff. Good entertainment, even without a crowd. Same goes for the